This is WPTV.
Welcome back to the desk. Joining me to discuss the NBA is Jesse, Tristan, Justis, and Nijee. The Houston Rockets made a very interesting trade that I didn't think. Why would they do it? They traded their center, Clint Capella, for Robert Covington. Jesse, what's going on? What are the Rockets doing?
Yeah, so, when we take a look at the trade, there was a lot of moving parts, but basically when it comes down to it, it's Robert Covington and Clint Capella. Robert Covington, a very good forward, a very good defensive forward. If you look at the defensive rating, 108, offensive rating of 106. But the problem becomes when you look at Clint Capella, offensive rating of 124, defensive rating of 105, much better player. I imagine Clint Capella helps them more when they're playing a team such as the Lakers or the Clippers. I think the Rockets got a little short-sighted.
Yeah.
They thought they were going to be playing the Warriors yet again, and they're not playing the Warriors this year.
They have James Harden jumping. They have James Harden doing a jump ball.
If you were starting like P.J. Tucker, who is a 6'5" player at the center, you are going to run into problems when you are playing the Los Angeles Clippers, whose two best players are about 6'9", 6'10", and then the Los Angeles Lakers, who have Anthony Davis standing at about 7 foot tall.
Tristan?
I don't really like the small ball approach of the Rockets, but we've seen success with it with the Warriors in the past. They may not be the Warriors, but I think they might be able to pull it off. I do like the trade in all reality. I like Capella to the Hawks. I like Covington. I like his 3-and-D kind of play for the Rockets. So,
Justis, tell me I'm not crazy. Tell me that this trade actually worked out for the Rockets, because they've actually been playing well since the trade.
They have been playing well. They did pick up a win against the Lakers. And regular season, I'm sure they won't have any problems, but the problem is when they get to playoff time. When they go against the Clippers and the Lakers, teams with size, they're definitely going to have some issues.
Nijee?
Yeah, I'm going to add on to what Justis said. When we get to the playoffs, they're a streaky shooting team. We seen James Harden go 2 for 18 from the three, and they only going to shoot threes. So if that happened in the playoffs, they going to run into trouble with the Lakers, Clippers, Nuggets, and even Utah.
Mavericks.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams that have size in the NBA now, and if James Harden's tipping the ball off for you, I don't think anything's going to happen.
But if you are, the one thing I can see from the Rockets' point is if they are going to take a lot of threes, as Nijee said, you might as well get another three-point shooter in Robert Covington, but those numbers just don't match up for me. I think Capella does fit better than Robert Covington does.
Well, the best team in the NBA since the new year has been the Toronto Raptors. They won 15 straight games. The streak was just broken by the Brooklyn Nets. But Justis, what have you been seeing from the Raptors? They're hot, and they're the defending champions. And what do you see from them?
A 15-game winning streak is definitely impressive. And you take a look at the stats, 40-15, but they're 17-4 since the new year. 113.4 points per game, 46% field goal percentage. No, they've definitely been balling out, and regular season is not a problem. But my problem with Toronto Raptors is when we get to the playoffs, they might get the same identity from before Kawhi Leonard got there, which is a good regular season team who can't get it done in the playoffs.
Nijee?
Yeah, same thing too. When we get to the playoffs, they need a superstar. That's how you win championships. You need a superstar. And I believe last season, that's when they had Kawhi Leonard carrying them. Basically, when they needed a bucket, with the Kawhi Leonard. And I believe their best player, Kyle Lowry, can't do that. So they'll run into problems in the playoffs.
Jesse, I'll go with you. Pascal Siakam, he is an all-star this year, but do you think he could get to the pedestal of being a superstar?
I definitely think he can get to that pedestal. We've seen him grow immensely ever since coming into the league. The thing that's so great about Toronto and why I think they are the best matchup for Milwaukee is their matchups. They have Marc Gasol down there. They have Pascal Siakam in the front court, Kyle Lowry, Van Vliet in the back court. They just have so much depth. The question becomes how short are they going to make that rotation in the playoffs? But as of right now, I don't think you can make an argument for any other team being the biggest threat to the Bucks.
Tristan?
I think I'm just going to piggyback off of Nijee and Justis. I think they are clearly a very phenomenal regular season team. Somehow, I think a win or two better than last year without Kawhi Leonard. But the playoffs is a different atmosphere, and I think they're going to need that killer. They're going to need a closer to help them finish out a game, and without Kawhi Leonard there, I think it's going to be a big difference.
The All-Star game is this Sunday. We got All-Star Saturday night coming tomorrow night. The teams were picked by Giannis Antetokounmpo and LeBron James. Now, everybody's blasting Giannis on social media. Tristan, what was he thinking choosing the picks that he did?
I don't know, because I think when you're in an organization, professional sports, and you go to draft players, you pick the best available player or something that will fit your team the best. So I guess he's not wrong for picking what he picked. He went himself as the captain, Joel Embiid, Pascal Siakam, Kemba Walker, and Trae Young as his starting lineup. he had the opportunity to take James Harden, but didn't, because he said he made the joke of wanting someone that was going to pass him the ball, which is
Jesse, I'm gonna pass this one to you. What's going on? Because if
All-Star
I'm looking
game-
at it here, that's a mismatch.
So the All-Star game is played behind the three-point line. So LeBron went out and got 3 shooters, including himself and then Anthony Davis. Giannis has, I would say, 1 to 2 good shooters. Trae Young, obviously a great shooter. Not sure how we feel about Kemba Walker. But if you have,
He said he wanted him to pass the ball.
if you have the option to take James Harden, why do you not do it? The main problem that I have with this is that Giannis is from the East, LeBron was from the West. Look at the starting lineups. LeBron picked all West.
It's like the traditional
Giannis picked
All-Star
all
format.
East. So why are we even doing this captain thing?
Yeah, Justis?
I'm going to disagree with you guys. I like Team Giannis. If you look at Team LeBron, you have LeBron, Anthony Davis, Kawhi Leonard. They already don't like each other. Kawhi Leonard is playing 6 minutes max. He's going to load manage.
He's gonna low manage during All-Star game.
James Harden and Russell Westbrook can't pass the ball. And any team with Ben Simmons on it, I'm picking the other team right now. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna have to go with the team with Bam Adebayo, who's balling, Pascal Siakam. I like Team Giannis.
Nijee?
Okay, so I understand what Giannis was trying to do and pick his team. He chose like defense, length. Like if you look at his bench too, he have size. He have defense. He have Jimmy Butler, Bam, himself, Embiid, and Pascal. They all like size and length. I believe he trying to play competitive in All-Star.
Well, and speaking of the All-Star game, the format this year is a little bit differently than last year. And if you take a look at the changes, you know, it's something I didn't think would happen. And if you look at it, the first 3 quarters, the teams will compete in 3 individual quarters, and at each quarter, it will be 0-0 with 12 minutes on the clock. And then on the 4th quarter, it's going to be turned off, and the target score is going to be at a cumulative score of 24 to honor Kobe Bryant. I don't know how I feel about this. You know, I understand the tribute to Kobe, and they're also wearing the 24 and 8 jerseys. They're both going to be separate jerseys. But Jesse, what do you feel about this?
I mean, I think it's just them trying to bring interest into the All-Star game that's not really there. I love the thing for Kobe, but I think there was other things they could have done. A lot of people have talked about changing the logo, other things like that. I think there's bigger and better things for them to do than just trying to change this one little All-Star game just for this year as far as I'm concerned.
Tristan?
Again, excuse me. I like the fact that they're trying to honor Kobe. If I'm not mistaken, I feel like they might have changed the 8 to a number 2 for his daughter as well.
Yes, I believe that is the case.
And again, I like the honor. It seems pointless to me. What's the point of playing 3 quarters without them counting at the end?
Yeah. Justice?
I like the new rules. I do like what they did with the 4th quarter. I think it would make it a little bit more entertaining, each team trying to get to their target score first. And I definitely do think that Kobe Bryant shouldn't be made the logo. Absolutely.
Nijee?
I love the 4th quarter. I love this new rules because like if you're a basketball player growing up playing basketball, it's no time limit. The game is 21. So if you go on game 24, it bring your childhood memories of playing basketball for the first time outside.
Well, yeah, I hope that this All-Star format will stay. I actually like the 4th quarter, but that's all we have for this week of WP Sports Desk. Join us next week as we preview the baseball team for William Patterson. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at SportsDeskWP for updates and more. Thank you for all the cast and crew, and also a special thank you to our studio manager, Clarke. See you guys next week.